Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Zardar and welcome to another online battle from Warhammer 2. So this is game 2 from the finals of the FESTAG Ball tournament. I'm playing as the mighty Norska and my opponent, Exploding Hamster, is actually playing with his favorite faction, which is the mighty Skaven. So let's go over the build and let me explain what are my thoughts over here. So my real killing power in this army and the carrier for me in this game is actually the Skin Wolves, which the Skaven have a really hard time dealing with. That's because of their physical resistance, one of the reasons. They're also great dealing with Rat Ogres. They will just beat them in one-on-one. These guys don't have armor piercing, but well, the Rat Ogres are not that armor. And yeah, like all you have to do is just make sure you're not sitting on top of Storm Vermin with halberds, and these bad boys will just be till the end game just carrying you to victory. So yeah, that's my that's my real killing card right here. These four champs. So we got a wolf right back here. The only reason I have these boys, like I'm not gonna be using them. I'm gonna keep them in the back because their only purpose is to chase off any Hell Pit Abomination that's gonna be on the field. And usually, yes, you're gonna see Hell Pit Abominations. Because the Hell Pit Abomination, if it gets the trigger to heal while even retreating, it will freaking come back and it can change the tide of the fight. So it's absolutely mandatory to chase it off, and so I'm committing a 400 or 600. I think it's 400. I'm committing a 400 unit, not doing anything during the beginning of the battle. I'm not gonna try to be aggressive with it, not anything like that. Just wait till I see the Hell Pit Abomination getting broken, and then move in to destroy it, chase it off. So the front line is pretty much basic, just some more orders, you know, just basic seals, just enough to eat up the charge in the beginning, and they're gonna be backed by some more other berserkers and also the brutes of the hound, which can pretty much chop down through anything almost in the Skaven roster. They can do quite well against plague monks. I think they win into 1v1 fight. The brutes of the hound sure win. I don't remember if the marauder berserkers win. I think they do too, if I'm correct, but I'm not quite sure. I have forgotten how this one goes. Anyway, 2 javelins, marauder hunters, just to also destroy that Hell Pit Abomination as fast as I can, and also Rat Ogres in case they're gonna be a problem. We also get a Firecaster with Burning Head and also Fireball. The Fireball is for Skrolk, just in case he is around, any other target like a bell or anything like that. And also the Burning Head to not go after missiles, because the Skaven missiles are quite spread out, and quite honestly you don't do much of a damage to the Skaven with that thing. The only reason we have Burning Head is for wherever the frontline engagement is gonna happen, we need to break through that immediately. Like if it happens, for example, here, and I'm fighting Plague Monks, Rat Ogres and these Skaven slaves, I need that Burning Head, even though I know that I'm gonna win. I just need to win fast in order to get to these guys back here, because the time you get into these ones, like the game is over. You don't have to do too much else. The Skin Wolves will just take you from there. And also Wolfric on a chariot, the Wanderer. We got the boat, same use as the Burning Head, the Hunter of Champions, and the Raids mechanic. So for the Skaven, we get a front line of Skaven slaves as usual, some Skaven slave slingers on its flank, 2 Rat Ogres only, which, well, it can work because Exploding Hamster doesn't have too many missiles. It's only 2 that he needs to protect. So yeah, just 2 and the Hell Pit should be enough for the mass. We also got 4 units of Plague Monks, so, and they're actually severed up, some of them. Just this one. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight in the front line. My berserkers would probably win, but since these 4 guys are here, I'm gonna face an issue there. We also get a Hell Pit Abomination. We get Lord Skrolk with all the good stuff, Liber Bubonicus, Rod of Corruption, Stand Your Ground, and what about magic? The Clan Rat Summon and Wither to reduce armor together with Poison, and also the Pestilent Breath, the Imbue Poison one. The backline we get some more slaves, we get some basic Clan Rats as well, 1 unit of Rattling Guns, and where are the Jezzails? There they are. and 1 unit of Warplock Gazelles, not the ROR ones. And that's it about the army, and there's an assassin over here in the front, probably just trying to hit Wulfric in the back, or even my caster, my female Belfind. And I went for a Belfind because it's gonna survive more compared to a caster, which can be arguably be sniped out really fast. So the game always against Skaven, if they have ranged, is gonna go like this, you know, just ranged being thrown upon you. All you have to do if they're chasing like your big target is just juke it out, just make sure that at least half of the shots are gonna miss you. It doesn't have to be all, like you don't have to like pretty much avoid all the damage, just avoid some of it, as I'm doing right here. Just play it cool. If they're shooting at skin wolves, well, you don't mind that much. These guys are gonna be fine. They have regeneration, they get shot and they just keep getting healed. Alright, over here we're gonna go for a weird engagement. I'm gonna shift my whole line. I wanna go through the forest just to avoid that those shots from there, just, you know, take it a little bit, make the shot softer. But then again, I'm going out of the forest and heading straight inside with Wulfric. He's going all alone at the moment, but it's fine. The rat ogres are not gonna be enough to stop him. As you can see, he's pushing right through them, and the skin wolves will just cross in here and just start wreaking havoc. Now, where's my caster? I think I had my caster in the wrong place. And remember what I told you about Burning Head? Well, it can't work right here because the lines are just all over the place. I guess I could go for a Burning Head here all across this side. But yeah, the ship is gonna go down, it's not gonna do much, and the Burning Head is actually gonna go in the front line, just bursting through, destroying these clan rats. Barely missing the plague monks right here, damn it. Am I gonna hit these ones? Barely as well, but it's actually gonna be enough to rout them. Alright, I engaged with only 2 skin wolves in the front and Wulfric and some infantry, and the other 2 are actually just trying to get into the back lines. And this is exactly what I told you. These 2 wolves, look at them, they're full health. They've been fighting here for all this time, just trying to take down ranged on top of infantry and rat ogres and things like that, and they're still doing quite fine. So at this point, all I have to do is just keep scrolling, keep making sure that I give the attack orders for the ranged. Like, if I start to get tar pitted here fighting the infantry, I'm just gonna lose the game. So even if there's so much infantry around me, I'm just gonna ignore it. These guys have enough mass to push through Skaven, and I'm just gonna keep chasing. So here in the front line, I had my javelins protected. I didn't allow my opponent to get it into my back line, and as you can see here, the Help It, even fighting infantry, which, well, it can do quite fine against that. It's getting destroyed by the javelins and probably a couple of firebolts that I threw in here. And it's actually retreating, and this is where my wolves are coming in. They're waiting right here. It's not retreating yet, but I'm still gonna send them because I believe that if another unit attacks this thing right now, it's just gonna break, and another fireball goes down. It's down to 1,500 HP, and as you can see, as soon as the dogs came in here, this thing is starting to rout. Some skin wolves, probably the ones that were carrying Wulfric in the frontline engagement, have just rallied. They lost some HP, but it's fine. They're just replenishing at the moment, as you can see over here, and they don't need to finish the game full health. It's fine. They still have the models around, so 20% HP or at 100% HP, it's still the same thing. And as you can see here, this thing got the heal off, so it doubled his health. Fortunately for me, these guys didn't block me off, and I was still able to keep chasing the Help It. And this is the use, like this 400 units worth of dogs right here actually just made the game a lot easier for me, because if that thing came back and my javelins, for example, had run out, which would probably will, because I'm also trying to shoot rat ogres, things like that. Wulfric is taking a lot of damage because I have that freaking assassin on my arse. I chased off the Gazelles and the Rattly guns, but they have rallied back, so I'm trying to push through. There's some rat ogres here, but still, I gotta ignore it. I just gotta eat the damage as I try to disengage, and I just need to keep going through the range and just make sure I get them. So the wolves will disengage from here. There's no need to fight that, and they're actually, where are they? Yeah, I'm bringing them over here, so I'm gonna chase the Gazelles off with these guys, which means these skin wolves can turn around and go back, because Wulfric is actually having a tough time at the moment. There's some rat ogres in his tail, there's some slingies all around. They're not doing too much damage, but All of these shots, if they add up, it is a lot of damage. We have some units just berserkering in the mist, in the far end back here. We get some javelins. I'm gonna try to bring them back. Perhaps I can hopefully destroy these rat ogres. If these rat ogres are out, I can just save Wulfric at the moment. But yeah, these guys are not gonna buckle anytime soon. And my skin wolves, all I'm trying to do right now, I think I actually tried to go for that assassin, but that's not needed. All I have to do is just come over here and get these rat ogres in order to save Wulfric. Obviously the game is probably won by this time. Even if I lose, even if I lose Wulfric, it's still gonna be fine. But yeah, just for you know, pride reasons, I'm just gonna try to keep him alive. So yeah, I'm gonna try to run towards here. That's gonna make my skin wolves hopefully to come and you know, intercept them faster, or shorter in time. What the hell am I talking about? Sorry, my brain just froze. Yeah, Fireball is gonna go down on Skrolk. It's actually gonna hit him and just throw him off a little bit over there. The Rat Ogre is still on the chase, 500 HP. I don't think they're gonna be able to kill him off completely, even if they get to him. And alas, the Skin Wolves have arrived over here, and at the same time the Wolves are just cleaning the back line. So any unit that actually tries to come back, ranged or anything else, is just getting destroyed. And yeah, as soon as I get my Skin Wolves over here on these Rat Ogres and these guys break, another couple are just gonna go on Skrolk, and as soon as he starts taking a little bit of damage, they're just all of this is gonna break. There's just not enough to keep fighting. Some berserkers of mine, I think the infantry fight just went even, but I won in the monster fight, in the ranged one, and this is all that you need in order to win, as it seems, against the Skaven. So yeah, 79 kills with Wulfric. He, it's not just 79 kills, he carried the punch, he tied down the enemy with a lot of resources. So 2 of my skin wolves were able to get into the back line, and also the bots did quite some work, even though they were like miserable fails. I just I effed up a little bit. It's not my fault, these things are just breaking through it and just actually messing the enemy lines, so you can't get a clear AoE spell on top of them. Anyway, Femir Bell, Fiend of Fire, 120 kills, quite happy with that, and some fireballs on the Hellpit and Skrolk. The Marauders, look at this, so 45, 60, 12, 84 kills. These guys were probably fighting like clan rats and a few plague monks. That's why they got so many. These guys probably were fighting plague monks since the get-go. That's why so low on kills. And just look at the Brutes of the Hound here. All you had to do is just keep them in the back. You don't have to have them in the front line to eat up all of the Skaven filth. So yeah, I moved them in like, I don't know, 15 seconds later. I kept them in the back and they still got the most of the kills. And the Marauder Berserkers did quite well too. The Marauder Hunters carried me through the win by just getting the Hellpit Abomination down, and then the Wolves coming in, waiting in the back to chase it off, and they did, thankfully. If that thing came back, there would be a problem. You know what, with the Skin Wolves it might have been alright, but who knows, who knows. Anyway, and the Skin Wolves, as I said, just freaking amazing in this matchup. Anything that actually has physical resistance is great against the Skaven, because they're only magic damage. Not only, well, they have, you know, like sensor bearers, but they're not cost effective sensor bearers, I mean to beat down large entities. Yeah, their only effective way is ranged Warp Lightning Cannons, but you don't want to go heavy on Warp Lightning Cannons against, you know, a Rush faction. That's why Exploding Hamster went here with just one Dizael and one Rattling Gun, so one can support another, a couple of slaves, slingers just to support anywhere that's needed, 3 block key units just to stop mammoths and any other large Fimirs or anything that would be present from advancing, so these guys can keep shooting. But it didn't work. It didn't work because I just kept shooting, I kept marching forward with the Skin Wolves. As I said, these guys are just freaking amazing against Skaven. Like if you have trouble like beating the Skaven as Norscan, just bring these guys. If you lose, just keep practicing. Trust me, they work. So yeah, that was a fun game. I really hope you enjoyed, guys. Feel free to leave a like or a comment. Feel free to subscribe if you're not, and hit that notification button. And yeah, gonna be seeing you next time. Bye bye.